Hello and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AWOL, and this is the pattern that was kind of loosely taken from a pattern over on Pinterest. That was it. I had to think for a second there. The whole thing came down to the day that I was trying to make the pattern for this string was the Facebook friendshipbracelets.net, sorry, was down and I couldn't access any of the patterns. So I had to go searching elsewhere. And yeah, that's how I ended over on Pinterest. And this pattern was in a 10 string bracelet, which is cool. 10 strings kind of interesting, but I wanted to, try to use up the string. Originally, I thought that this particular kumi that I had already made up and sitting around forever, like at least a year, at least, that, been hanging off the back of the door in my office. I wanted to get it used up. So I created a pattern. Turns out this thing was bigger. So there's 8 colors, making it a 16 string bracelet. 8 strands going to the loop. So yeah, it got a little bit bigger. And because it's bigger, it doesn't make complete diamonds at the top and the bottom of it, which is really, really interesting. In the last bracelet we did, it did have those diamonds, right? And so the light brown got used more than any of the other strings. But in this one, because it doesn't complete the whole diamond, it actually balanced all of the strings almost completely equally, which was not something I honestly had expected. I really thought that, it just seems like the light brown gets used a little bit more. No, not when it comes to the fact that there's a full diamond in the center of this bracelet. So that was pretty interesting. I thought that was pretty cool. I finished this thing last night pretty late. And so I'm trying to remember like all the things that kind of went on. Oh, it took an hour and 20 minutes. So like yesterday, I was like, I'll do a 30-minute, recording, and then I'll give it a break, and we'll finish it up tomorrow. And then I did it, and it was like, wow, I actually got kind of a bunch done. Maybe I'll do another 30 minutes. I'd taken a little break in between, but yeah, maybe I'll do a little bit more. And then I noticed I was really quite a bit done, and then I might as well just finish it up. Why not? So another 20 minutes later and the whole thing was finished. But it was too late for me to do this part of the video, the little voiceover telling you about it, because I was just really out of it altogether. So here I am today. And I have to say, I really like how this one turned out. The light colors seem to absolutely dominate the whole bracelet in a way where the last one was kind of balanced, like there was dark patches and then the light ones. This one has a lot more going for the light colors, possibly just because there isn't darks on the top and the bottom of it. It does get a little darker in the middle, but the way that the colors sort of balance out and stuff, it just feels a lot lighter somehow, which is pretty neat. Didn't expect that, so that was fun. Also, I kind of didn't expect it to go as fast as it did. I guess long sweeping rows help make it go faster. So yeah, that might account for a lot. It's not really a whole lot of segment knotting at all. It's like just big chevrons. So that is what it is. It's kind of cool. I this morning was taking a look to see what other things I had still hanging on the door, and it turns out I have another kumi that's the same size as this one, but this time it's in brown and blue. So I'm gonna try to find another pattern, something different, to try to use it for, but similar theme, obviously, only because it's the same sort of color, same count, 4 blue, 4 brown. So I have to come up with something different. I don't know what I'm going to do just yet, but we will work on that at some point. But I do like this one. I do think this is for anybody who's kind of, kind of tired of just doing chevrons or wants to do a little bit more. There's just a little bit of where the zigzag knots actually work in this one. So this could be, your step into getting into more intermediate patterns, because on the whole, it is a really pretty easy bracelet. There's not a lot of change ups, just the diamond and this area where the light colors are predominant. There's a bit of change ups and stuff going on there. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, a lot of beginners now seem to be doing a lot more than what I would have considered a beginner back when I was starting with it, because they've got patterns and stuff. They're going through all these web pages and trying out different things and stuff. So maybe today's beginners consider this sort of easy enough. I don't know. Yeah, if you guys make it, if you guys try this one out and try making it, I would like to see it. I really would. You could share it over on my Discord. The link is down in the description. I'd be curious, try different things, see if it comes out as smooth. Just, want to see what else you guys are coming up with, because maybe I've inspired you. So. And I guess in this part of the bracelet, this part is a bit of a segmented. Go as far as I could on the right hand side, bring the knots over to the right, do what I have to do on the left hand side. Now it starts going back the other way. I find it to be one of the quickest ways to get this type of bracelet done. So it's just easier than hopping around all over the place, just kind of fill out a whole area while you can. Oh yeah, this is getting towards the end. Quick shout out to my YouTube members. Thank you guys so much for making this all possible. I almost forgot you for the video, but I don't ever forget you and what you guys do for the channel. So thank you guys so much for that. Helping me to pay for the web page and for the video editing software and all this stuff. It really adds up. And I really am trying to keep all of my videos free for everybody. The only thing is YouTube members get to see them first, usually about a month ahead of the actual public release. But I really do try to make everything that I teach and talk about available to everyone. So if you can't, I understand, it's okay. But if you can, it's like $4 a month, and it goes a long ways to helping the channel grow. So I would really appreciate that. Yeah, see how the end doesn't have a closed diamond, so those colors kind of get used kind of differently. Isn't that neat? All right, guys, thanks for watching this far in. If you haven't already, please hit the like button, and as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.